Crap, I still have the... Wait. There. Okay. Maayong buntag!
Maayong buntag.
Welcome to the We Wonder podcast. I'm Cody, and here next to me...
Izay.
Together, we wonder the world. But currently, the Philippines. But, at the moment, we are still in
Stuck
Cebu.
here in Cebu City.
Yeah. There's a very good chance, though, this might be the last one where we're stuck here. We'll get into all of that and more. You can catch this show live on YouTube on Saturdays at 8 a.m. Philippines time, or like today and last time, and then like 4 weeks ago as well, at 9:30, because we still had some stuff to do with the cats. This should also be the last time we have to mess around with the cats.
Hopefully.
Should be. So it should be 8 a.m. from now on, without fail. That is also 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time for those back in my home country of America. Good morning to everybody coming in. I see you. What's up?
Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Jo Marie.
Chuck! You got a picture now. You never had a picture before, Chuck. What's up, Original Sigbin? Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. This show is still very new, and we're still shaping it into what we want it to be. If you have any suggestions for future topics to cover, segments you think would be cool on the show, or even fun, silly games that you made up that you think we could play, leave it in the comments or send your thoughts to wewondervlog@yahoo.com.
Or you can join our Discord.
Which is actually what I was about to say next. If you're a fan of the show or just the channel... What? Oh, okay. If you're the fan of the show or just the channel, follow that link in the description to join our Discord server. It's 100% free. The best place to connect with us as well as others in the We Wonder community. Not to mention, it's actually a great resource for travel information if you want to just use it that way. So, there's always that.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Thank
Chuck.
you, Chuck.
Right away, Chuck. Thank you so much for fresh drinks.
Yes.
What drink you want to get? Some too big?
Too big.
Oh, too big.
Grape juice.
That'll get us $5. That'll get us... How many too bigs? I don't know. I don't want to do that math. I was thinking the big ones. What's up, guys? I don't know how many people are in here. It's not showing me my viewer count for some reason, but that just means we're not going to worry about viewers today. We're not even going to think about it. Who we've got here is who we've got.
Yes.
So I do want to apologize for last week missing the podcast.
That's our cat.
Something just crashed in the kitchen, and I'm going to try to put that out of my mind.
Oh, they're saying that they're having a heat wave in Northern California.
That makes sense. It's August, heat wave time. June, July, August, that's when the heat comes.
From Texas, hello.
Oh, man. All right, guys. So, yeah, I wanted to apologize for last week. Basically, what happened, we went 4 days without internet.
Yeah.
Which, like,
Sucks.
legit, straight 4 days. Like, Isa was having trouble for her job.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything. It felt like the least productive days I've had in months. Yeah, it was aggravating. But we're back. We're back, baby. So, first of all, I always start these off with a production update. But this week, I actually have no big production update. Our move seems to be imminent. Our move to Leyte.
Yes.
Which we're going to talk about. So, we're putting time and money into setting that up. So I haven't really been doing anything for the show specifically. I think once we get moved, once we get everything set up there, then I can focus on what the show needs.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a big Oh. Okay, I think we're back. Let us know if we're back, guys. I don't know what that was about. There's no cats in here. I didn't kick any cables.
Not my fault this time.
That was really like a freak.
Yeah.
The computer didn't even make the noise that it makes for if a cable falls out.
Yeah.
It was just a weird random disconnect. But that's how you know the We Wonder podcast is back because the internet's unstable. That's the norm, baby.
Well, hopefully it's not going to be this way when we move to the new place, which is I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Moving.
Let's get into that in just a sec because we want to catch up on what's been happening since.
Mm-hmm.
The last podcast. Oh, hold on. Let me refresh this chat too, because that it seems like every time the internet goes out, that chat messes up. So hopefully that'll fix it. Okay. So, yeah, I already mentioned that we missed the podcast last week. We're back, baby, with internet problems and all.
Yeah. I think we have like new people here. We have from Atlanta.
Yeah, what's up, guys? To the new people who are coming in, I just want to apologize for the internet and say thank you for checking it out anyway. I want to say it's not always like this, but it is. Once we move, it should be all right. What we've got in works for the internet should be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna be. You guys who are regulars here know it's gonna be much better when we're not just using USB 3.0 extension cables to a Wi-Fi dongle that's out the window picking up public Wi-Fi. I mean, the fact that we can even stream off this like we do, is kind of incredible.
Yeah, that means that the Wi-Fi that they have here is...
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of plan that we're getting.
It's the same one we're getting, but we're going to be on Ethernet instead of the Wi-Fi. So
yes.
Should be great. Okay. We've actually been posting vlogs again.
Mm-hmm.
If you've missed that.
Yes.
For those wanting more story times, I'm actually planning to get back to that once we move. We'll be quarantined for 2 weeks, so it'll be a really good chance for me to film those story times because I won't have a lot else to do because we can't go out. There'll be sort of filming vlogs of the new place and filming setting up, but that's gonna last.
Filming the empty apartment.
Yeah, it's gonna last like one video until we can get more stuff and do so. Yeah, I'm just saving the story time so then while we're GCQ and we're able to go out, it's a perfect time to just get back into it.
So yeah, so it's the 15th and tonight, midnight I guess, they will
Probably.
announce again if we're gonna be extended to another 15 days of, another 2 weeks of GCQ or if it's gonna go back to ECQ, which I'm praying it's still gonna stay GCQ.
I'm a little worried because last time when we went ECQ or GCQ, they announced it in the morning. Like it was easy. We woke up, we're like, oh, we're GCQ. They haven't said anything yet, but I don't think we're going back. I really don't.
What do you think to you guys who are here in Cebu?
I wanted to read this one. A. Logan, Cody Pinoy baiting with the mall videos. I thought that, man. I made that Pinoy baiting video if anyone watched it, where I do talk about people who just go to malls. And it's just funny because it's like all we can do right now. Like I can't really go out and do much else. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, what do I do? Like I want to vlog something normally.
Yeah, but it just happened. We didn't really plan to do that, but then it's like, okay, we're gonna let's check SMC side.
Well, it's like when we go out, it's because we need something, you know? We're looking for stuff. That's the only time we go out.
It's like, okay, let's check SMC side if they have this things that we need, and then we're like, okay, maybe I can vlog there.
The aircon's being crazy again.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with our aircon, guys. I don't know what's going on. It's making this crazy noise. Do we just ignore it? You think it's fine?
Maybe.
I guess we'll ignore it for now. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. I don't know. But, anyway. Get ready, though, because we do have a nice Robinson's Mall video coming for you.
we haven't vlogged it yet.
We're going tomorrow.
We're planning to do it because we need to look up some stuff for the apartment. And
we want to do it at Robinson's.
Yeah.
Because I can vlog it. Vlog a different place. It's how it is, man. It'll be fine. Soul Hero says, my brother and I want to visit the Philippines soon. Is it possible with the whole pandemic thing? Right now, I don't think so. I've heard... are we disconnecting? Sorry, guys, if it's not. Okay, I think it's fine. I think my computer is being a little weird. I don't think it's possible right now. But I did hear the president saying that he thinks Filipinos will be back to normal life by December.
Yeah, by December.
I don't know if that means they're going to let people in, though. And then there's the whole Russian vaccine thing that they're planning to test here. I don't know if I'm going to get that or not. They rushed it through phase 3. That's a whole thing you can look up about that. But apparently there's going to be a vaccine being tested here soon. They're basically using Filipino country as test subjects for the vaccine, but... Yeah, that's how it is.
So yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's like Filipinos are freaking out. They're like, no, I'm not gonna take that vaccine. I'm not gonna let them give me a vaccine because it's not
Dude,
tested.
That aircon is annoying the crap out of me, dude. I cannot handle that.
Okay.
We're gonna be hot.
It's
Turn
because
Turn it off and back on. Cause I what?
you just focus on this noise.
Okay, Chuck says, will you be able to get food and stuff while you're in quarantine? That's a great question, Chuck. We don't know. We think we're gonna have to order.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're just gonna have to order.
We're not gonna be able to go out, so yeah. I think some people are breaking these quarantines though, but we don't plan to.
Yeah,
Like-
Anger Cadence is saying that Russia is using us as a guinea pig.
Yeah, I mean, if it works though, that's great. But it's just it's a whole thing. Look into it if you haven't looked into it. Keep making mall videos. Get the peso, man. I mean, that's a crazy thing. I don't want to get into like all of this, but I think maybe you guys might find it interesting how I think about the channel sometimes. But I make these storytime videos and I think they're such good work. I'm like, this is such great videos. Like, I'm really putting so much effort into these. And then I make a mall video. This is why Pinoy baiting works, though, is what I'm saying. Because I'll put all this effort into something, put it out, and it gets okay views. The people who watch it love it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but the views aren't high. Then I'll put out a mall video that I edit in like an hour. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's kind of not the best video ever, but it's something. And it gets like 12K views. I'm like, why? Why? I don't get it. But it is what it is. And if that's what people want to see, then I guess it's there for them. So, yeah, sorry for focusing on each other's face and not the mic. I know we still have one mic. Well, we have two, but we haven't been able to get up.
We are planning to, but yeah, as what we said, we're really waiting for us to move to the new place before we set up everything, because it's like, we're gonna buy more things in here and then it's really hard to just move them to a different place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what's up, Shannon? I see you coming in. Okay. Is there a cat
Brandon?
playing in it? In our aircon, I guess?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe people miss malls. That's what I'm thinking. Normally, on a normal day, I wouldn't be making so many mall videos. But it is actually interesting for us as well. Mm-hmm. It's not just like we're going there like, here's the mall, guys. It's like, it is a different feeling.
Yeah, like, because we went there early, like, we waited for the mall to open. And then when we are already inside, it felt like the mall is like about to close already because there's not a lot of people. But then
later on,
like in the middle of the day, people started showing up, so it's like it feels normal again.
But it is cool. Like, I've been to 3 malls now. Izai didn't go with me to SM City because that was an accident. That's a whole nother thing. You guys let me know what you think about. I don't know what's with, there's so many places popping up recently that you're not allowed to film in all of a sudden. And I got yelled at in SM City for filming, and I'm like, I filmed in this mall so many times. Like, what is the big deal? I guess I really don't understand it. It's really weird to me. But yeah, let's continue on with.
Yeah, Brandon is trying to go here for December.
Where? I didn't see that. Well, Brandon, I hope. I don't know. A super chat. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a little bit slow today, but thank you so much. That is so freaking helpful. I see you're our number 1 fan. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's get into this, guys. It might not be the malls. People are just interested current events, wondering what it's like outside.
Ooh, hot.
Yeah, it's hot already. Go ahead,
hot.
dude. I don't know. We're just going to have to deal with it, I guess. We might need to tell Kuya. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping we could get out of here without having to tell Kuya. Like, he's going to be like, you broke the aircon.
We didn't do anything.
We didn't do anything. I don't know. All right, guys. So, yeah. Izai was also approved for travel. I'm so freaking
I already
jealous.
have my travel pass, but Cody's
I
not
was
approved
not
yet.
approved. I have
For
not.
some reason, it's like, yeah, that's one of the weird things that's going on right now. It's like a lot of people who filed together, they were not approved together. So
Yeah.
some of them are still like
It's
waiting.
split.
Yeah, waiting for their um, travel pass.
Like, there's the chance you were approved Thursday, right? That's when we saw it. There's the chance we'd be leaving today or early next week, maybe tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah,
If I would have been approved as well. I mean, we're ready to go. The only thing what really was holding us here was our cats needed to get their stitches out. But we can probably find somewhere to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like we're ready to get out of here, and we're just waiting on mine now. I did get a call yesterday. I don't like they called me up. They're speaking in Bisaya, and I'm like, I don't understand. Can you speak English? I felt like a failure.
Yeah.
But it's important. I need to make sure I really understand for this call. And yeah, they're like, Cody, where are you now? And I told them I'm still in Kasambagan. And they're like, you still need to travel? I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking like, is there another? Izai was saying, was there another way?
No, because the way they ask him, it's like, okay, sir, do you still need this? Because first she asked him if like, where are you now? And Cody said like, we are still in the same place where we said we were. During when we filed the application, and then she's like, oh, okay, so do you still need it? And we're like, yes, of course, like, is there any other way?
But what we realized later, we
secure
think
it?
that like Izai says she heard that PNP like lost a bunch of applications or something,
Yeah.
so they're like resubmitting everything by hand.
Yeah.
So I think they're calling people up to see if like, did you already get it, or are you still in need? And yes, I'm still in need.
Yeah.
So
And so yeah, hopefully next week, because that's what they said.
Yeah,
we're
we
not
asked how
sure.
long.
Yeah, we're not sure if it's gonna, or maybe I'm guessing it's the PNP. If it's not the barangay, it's the PNP who called you.
Oh, you think it might have been PNP?
Yeah, it's like the last process.
Could be. No one ever called you though, which was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm gonna be on the sheet. They're putting out like pictures of everyone who's been approved. Hey guys, are you still there? I get freaked out when I don't see chats coming in because of our internet. Once we have a stable internet, I'll know you just have nothing to say, but
Yeah.
freaks me out a little bit. So yeah, okay.
Isaac and Angry Kittens, they're so funny.
Why? Change your name?
Yeah, it's like Isaac is like thinking of changing his name to Mellow Puppies, and then Angry Kittens.
I love puppies more than kittens. Oh, angry kittens. Okay, I got you. Dude, I've been thinking recently, kittens are like... They kind of suck, bro. I won't get into
I guess
that.
it's like babies as well.
Yes. We've had so many kittens over this year that I'm like, I like cats. Kittens I can live without. They're cute, but when you've raised this many kittens in such a small amount of time, it's like, I'm over it. That means you're a good person. Brandon Ware said, I guess it's a little bit behind, but it looks like people are still here. So let's continue on. Yeah, as Isa already said, we might go back to an MECQ or an ECQ today, though I'm doubtful. I read this morning that last night
They lifted the
granular
lockdown.
on 6 areas. So not everything. But if you're lifting parts of the lockdown, I'm hoping that means we're not going to bring everything back locked down. So to me, it seems like we're going to be good.
Hopefully, that's what makes sense.
Yeah. The scary
But
thing is just that nothing
a lot
has
of
made sense.
a lot of government decisions doesn't make sense.
So basically, today we're going to basically figure out our fate. So if we go back to MECQ or ECQ, you know we're still going to be here for 15 more days. You know, you got 2 more podcasts from us here. It's all, I don't know what's going to happen. But if, our Chuck said, don't be mean.
We here, don't be mean.
I wonder how far behind this is, like what they're actually talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, if we don't go back though, I gave this warning last week, but I feel like it's more serious to give this week. If we don't go back to ECQ and we stay GCQ, we're probably moving in the next week, I would guess. So I'd say there is a pretty high chance there won't be a podcast next week.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, because there's the chance I won't get my pass in time. But it seems like I should get it pretty soon. So, yeah. Just a warning. And what I think I'm going to do, I've been thinking about it. If I get my pass and we figure out which day we're moving, I'm just going to make an update video for the channel and let you guys know what's happening so that can live there. And so if anyone comes and they're like, where are they? Why haven't there been videos in a while? In case we don't get our internet when we think we're going to get it, then people can look at that and be like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't
freak out. We're still alive.
Yeah. Buin, I can't say your name, dude. Bai Nixib. Is Philippines cheap to live in? Someone said Philippines is cheap. Yeah. Philippines is cheap to live in compared to America, for sure. You're talking about America.
Yeah, you're compared to like what you're paying here and what you will be paying in America.
For example, let me just give you an example really quick. I don't think my friend will have a problem with me saying this.
Yeah, it's fine.
So right here in this apartment, we're paying, I'm going to translate everything to American dollars for those over there. We're paying about $360 a month, which is, believe it or not, expensive. Because we're in the heart of the city, we're in a partel, we're not just an apartment, so we have a lot of services here.
Yeah, it's like in here we have security, we have maintenance, like people who can like change your bed sheets if you want to change them, who can take out your trashes, things like that.
Yeah.
And then like if there's like a plumbing issues, they can fix that as well. So it's like it's a prime location.
Absolutely. We're walking distance from like
everything.
I mean, not walking from everything, but we're walking from very good things.
Like we're walking distance from malls, from church, from
from a lot of different So basically, that's cheap. Imagine paying for that in like America, being in this sort of a location. But that's for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and 1 kitchen. We're moving to Liloan, where we're going to have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, kitchen, and sala, which is a living room for people in America. And that is only costing us $200 per month because it's out of the city and we don't have it's not an apartel. It is an actual apartment. So we don't have all those extra amenities.
Yes, we don't have security guards, no maintenance.
No, we have security guards. Don't come try to rob us. We have security. We have 10 of them. They will bite you. But that's $200 a month for all of that. I've been talking to my friend back home who just moved into a new place. He said he's paying, I can't remember if it was like $600?
Yeah, you
something
mentioned
like that?
$600.
$600 for a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, small apartment. And he said it was the cheapest he could possibly find. He was looking forever. And it's not in a prime location. It's not like middle of the city. So yeah, just in comparison, Philippines is definitely cheap. If you've got a bit of money and you've got the money to be able to get here, then you can live pretty well in the Philippines if you have if you've been earning money in America and saving that up, you can definitely live well here. Well enough. I mean, you're not going to live... Don't get me wrong. If you want to live the rich lifestyle, you're still gonna need to be rich. But to live...
I think someone's knocking our door.
No, leave them out. Don't let any cats in. They'll break the cord. Okay. Wow, that's impressive. Depending on what kind of food and things you want to buy, electronics are way more expensive. I don't agree that electronics are way more expensive. That's not been my experience. It's about the same as back home. Harder to find stuff, though, because you either trust Lazada or you go out in person, and it's hard to find things like a king cheaply. If you're Western standards living, you'll pay the same as in the West. I disagree completely, Angry Kittens. I completely disagree that you'll pay the same.
I mean, what they're saying, I guess what they're saying is that if you move to like condos, which are like 40,000.
Look, if you,
month.
okay, like if you want to go and you want to look for something that looks immediately like something you'd see in the West, maybe you'll pay for that. But if you're willing to get a place that's maybe doesn't have everything right away, and then you build it up on your own, it's not everything included, you know, get somewhere without furniture, all that kind of stuff, build it up on your own, you're not gonna, in the long run, you're not gonna pay.
It's like fully furnished here.
Yeah.
But that's also the thing with fully furnished, because it's like, it's not your own things, and it's like you don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, that's the other thing. This place is fully furnished.
Yeah.
For $360, or was it $320? $320. That's what we're paying.
Okay.
Yeah, $320. Yeah, it's a really good deal.
So yeah,
guys.
I don't really like it, and especially it's like, oh, I want this furniture. We cannot get it anymore because it's like it's full here.
Isaac wants to live like Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, that's gonna probably cost more money. I don't know how Manny Pacquiao lives, but I would guess very well. All right, guys. iPhones and stuff are more expensive when I was there. I don't know. I haven't ever looked into that stuff. Yeah, you might be right. No idea. Cody, how's your motorcycle driving going? It's going great, dude. Other than I barely get to drive it.
And it's not registered anymore.
Yeah, I have to get it re-registered because that's a whole story, but I was trying to get it registered and they're like, come back. Tomorrow turned into ECQ. Literally the next day it became ECQ and we couldn't go back.
And I mean, it's GCQ now and you haven't.
Well, I plan to go back before we move.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, let's continue. Guys, if you're new to the show, you might not know that typically we like to have the conversation with the chat at the end of the show. We actually have a topic of the show that we want to get to every week, and we invite you, as the chat, to join us talking about the topic. So as we're discussing it, leave your experience with said topic or your opinions on the topic, and we will read them so that audio listeners later on podcast services can hear it. By the way, I definitely skipped a part earlier. Forgot to mention, we're on all podcast services, baby. If you'd rather not watch us and you want to listen to us while you're working or driving or something, that's totally an option. We're on all of them. So yeah, feel free, leave your opinion. This is a conversation between us. Not just between me and Izai, between me, Izai, and the chat.
Yeah.
All right, so...
All right, there's actually one question, just asking how many cats do we have right now?
We actually have 25. No, I'm just kidding. We have 10. 5 cats, 5 kittens. We're planning to adopt the kittens. Are you wanting to adopt a kitten? Are you in Cebu City? Would
If you
like
guys
to
want
adopt
to
a kitten?
adopt We Wonder Kittens,
Yes.
feel free to message us.
The thing is, we're very sentimental and attached to our cats already, though. We don't want them to go to, like, a bad family. So if you do adopt them, and you don't go through some sort of a background check, then you need to, like, hit us up. Maybe once every 6 months, send us a picture and make sure that cat's doing okay.
Not every 6 months, maybe every week.
And once a week? That's crazy. Okay, guys, so the topic of the show this week, if you've noticed the title... Dude.
No, don't eat my cats!
Can we eat them? No, you cannot.
No.
Guys, that is actually a sore subject for Izan. I won't make her get into it, but she had a cat that
Got eaten.
And it was a pet.
Yeah.
We won't have to get into that now, but yeah, that's don't joke. Dude, the aircon is bugging the crap out of me. It's my freaking ADHD or something. I don't know. I can't stand it. I hope you guys can't hear it at least. It's just
They
me.
can't.
That's good. 10 going on 30, baby.
I want to adopt your worst cats.
The worst ones? Ella and Sola. They are the worst cats I have ever met. You can have them for free. You don't have to send us pictures. Just please take those cats.
Whatever, no.
Take those 2 cats, please. God.
No.
Okay, send me pictures of Ella. Ella's still cute. But you don't even have to update me on Sola. I'm good.
No.
I trust you.
Whatever.
Okay. Oh, really quick, before we get into the topic of the show, I see it coming. I don't want to start the topic and then have to start. Martin, I see. Super chat. Thank you so much, Martin. Hasn't popped up yet, but thank you. Say thank you to Martin lagi.
Thank you. I'm waiting for it to pop up.
It's very, very slow. Like, it's just, it feels awkward to sit here and, like, look at the super chat, like, is it gonna pop? Where's it at? It'll probably pop up sometime within the next 30
Everything
minutes.
is your ADHD. Like, you cannot stop yourself.
Oh, Martin! Thank you. I really can't, guys. I have ADHD. I grew up with ADHD. Is that surprise anyone?
I don't know.
I wonder.
Maybe it's obvious.
Hold on, I gotta read what Martin said. Is the reason you chose Philippines is that it's more westernized than any other Asian nation, or because Izai is there? LOL. No, the first time I came to the Philippines was because of watching Lost LeBlanc's video. Rest in peace, Lost Chic, whatever. Rest in peace, Caddy and Christian's relationship.
I'm still heartbroken.
Very upset about that. I want to know what happened. Who's effing up? But the reason I came here, I watched a lot of Lost LeBlanc. He said, they speak English? I said, I don't know any other languages. And I also said Philippines is absolutely gorgeous. But before Philippines, my dream, dude, I used to really, and I know a lot of people all over the world dream of it. I dreamed of living in Japan. I truly believed I will live in Japan. For sure. Being westernized is not something that I need in the least. Not at all. It's cool. Yeah, they broke up.
Yeah, they did. A month ago, they did.
A month ago, guys. Christian said it on a story from what I heard, and we saw him commenting on Instagram about it as well. We don't know what happened. Nobody has said anything. They're keeping their lips shut.
We didn't see that IG story, so we don't really know what he said, but...
Oh, the comments said they can hear it too. Chuck said he can hear the aircon.
We don't hear your
So, okay,
aircon.
some don't hear it, some do. Chuck said he can hear it. Yes, we can hear it, but just ignore it.
Oh, okay.
But then the next person said they can't hear it. So, I don't know. So, both of us are going to Japan then. I hear the aircon. But turn it off.
It's hot.
Turn it off. We're going to be hot. We might have to talk to Kuya. It's been doing that for days now. Lost LeBlanc when... I started following Lost LeBlanc when he was with Laura in the Philippines. The first time or the second time? I started following him the first time. Dude, when I first watched Lost LeBlanc, I mentioned this before, but my convention reviews channel was bigger than his channel. And I'm like, who's this little punk? No, I didn't really think that. But I was like, who's this guy? And then he just freaking blew up. Sell the cats for a new aircon. Okay, guys. We're going to talk to the chat at the end. Izai wants me to wait. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'll keep... Oh, somebody called Izai. Who? Huh? For the fridge or for the cats?
Yeah, for the cats.
Oh, for the cats. Okay, something might be happening with our cats. Okay, I'm just going to talk to you guys until Izai's ready, I guess. Hey, I made it to one of these. What's up, Sonic Team? Your name used to be Sonic Team. Now it's Producer Sonic Anime. What's up? Welcome. Keep it on. Leave the aircon on. Okay, everyone says leave the aircon on. It's cool. Uh-oh, she's on the... Hold on, guys. Izai is on the phone. I'm here. Don't worry, I am with you. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. Something... Can you hear me? A few episodes before he met Will Dasovich, I remember seeing that, and back then I thought Will Dasovich was such a douche with the whole Laborikai thing, the way he was acting, but I love Will now. We literally watched 4 of his videos before we streamed on here today. Love Will, dude. Yeah, you're right, guys. We need to keep Izai happy. I completely agree. We'll turn it back on. It's my bad, dude. I just wanted to help the video, but if you guys are cool with it, I am never gonna do reaction videos again, Isaac. It's the laziest form of content available, and I'm not in. What's up?
The delivery for the refrigerator is coming.
Now?
Not in a bit, I guess. They're just gonna text me.
Okay, guys, if our refrigerator shows up, we might have to cut out. So we do need to move the show along. We need to get to the topic of the show. They act like they know how long it will be. Here, aircon.
That's fine.
They said turn it on. You sure you're cool? Okay, well, if you get hot, it's here. Okay, guys.
So yeah, one of the things that we did last week is that we bought a mattress for the apartment. It doesn't have the bed frame yet.
It's gonna be on the floor, baby.
So yeah.
We sound better near the mic, so maybe lean in. We're just gonna be leaning podcast until we can.
So yeah, we bought a mattress, and then yesterday we bought a refrigerator. So yeah.
And yeah, the bed will be on the floor. Izai is not happy about it.
I'm not happy about it. I told him we need to buy a bed frame.
But money is drained. I'm hemorrhaging money right now, and because of the
I don't have money as
virus,
well because I bought a refrigerator.
It's really tough right now. I'm telling Izai
So
we
we're
have
just
to
splitting everything, but
we have to remain smart about how we make our purchases. Or I'm going to be in America in like a month or two if we don't play this smart. So that's where we're at. We're going to be on the floor. But dude, I slept on the floor in Leyte for 2 months. We can sleep on the floor for a little. It's not the actual floor. We're on the mattress, guys. The mattress is just going on the floor. And we will get the bed frame. We're going to be moving back to the States with Izai. I'm never planning to move to the States with Izai. That's not the plan. We'll go back to the States and I'll show Izai what's going on. But we're not going to get an apartment there if that's what you think. We're happy here, man. We're doing good. What's up? 1 week's meds, oral. What? Translate.
He's just saying that they didn't remove the stitch because it's infected. So
Really?
Please continue the 1 week meds and both oral antibiotic and wound spray.
Are they going to put more? Because their wound's open. Okay, we're going to get into... Oh, you thought... Hold on. Kenny said, I agree, thought Will Dasovich was a dork. But he's kind of amazing, and his sister Haley is super awesome. Cody needs to get a job at Jollibee. Dude, I should. I've thought about getting a job at like a grocery store. I used to work at... My first job was at a grocery store, so I'm like, hey, I've got experience.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So we're going to get in, actually this time, finally, we're going to get into talking about our topic of the show, which is culture shock and sharing culture shock stories. While Izai finishes this up, I'm going to read Angry Kitten's culture shock story. First time I was in the U.S., I was with a Romanian friend, also his first time. We're kind of weirded out by how pointedly
nice servers bellboys were when they interacted with us.
Nicer service. Oh.
So they're saying that good customer service.
It was the only when we were leaving the hotel for our flights that we realized why they were so nice. Every one of them was... Oh, yeah, you got a tip. You got to tip them. Oh, shoot, boy.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like... I remember as well when we ate in California, we ate in a really good restaurant, and then the servers were like, "Oh, buy Nikes-B."
Buy Nikes-B. Dude, suit $50.
Thank you.
Go get a frame.
Yeah. You have no excuse. We're going to get a frame.
Well, thank you so much, but I still have to wait like 1 month. Or I guess maybe we could do... Okay, because that's how YouTube's payment works.
Yeah.
I don't get the money for a month. So that's how it works. If you guys don't know that, if you think as soon as you super chat, it goes into my bank account or something, it takes a month to process it. But thank you so much. We definitely will put that toward the frame, 100%.
Yeah.
Will that buy the frame? How much was our frame?
I don't know.
Oh, it was
like
it was more than that.
10.
But that would definitely go to it.
10K.
10K, and then we're splitting it. So that's my half. Or your half. That's somebody's half. Okay, it never even crossed our minds. They probably thought we were a-holes. I'm sure they did. They were probably like, these freaking foreigners not giving us tip.
I know, right? Because it's like, that's what happened to ours as well. It's like, the server was like really, really nice to us. And then after that, when we paid and then we didn't give a tip, they didn't they're like, they look mad.
If you guys have never been to America, not tipping is not an option. Unless they're really terrible to you. You need to give at least $1. Like, even if they were bad, a lot of people will say at least give something, because that's the culture. And if you don't, there's a lot of fakery that happens because of tipping. A lot of servers and things like that will be very, very, very nice to you. And then if you don't tip them, don't ever come back, because you might have spit in your food. Straight up. Like, you need to tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chuck is going to work. Have fun at work.
Yeah, have fun,
Take
Chuck.
care.
Thanks for sticking around, and thanks for that super chat earlier. Chuck, you're always giving us a little bit here and there, and that really does add up. What's going on? You got another call?
Yeah.
What was that? Are they here? Oh my gosh, guys. This is an interesting the timing on all of this is not going great. Are they here now? I can't read it. That's what's happening, guys. I've been studying Bisaya, right? But I can't read it.
It's fine. You can just talk the way you do.
I mean, are they here?
Huh?
What's going on? I'm just asking what's going on.
No, she's just trying to tell me that the delivery guy is coming.
Right now?
No, not right now. She's just telling me that it's about to come. Just giving me a heads up. Stop stressing.
Here's a culture shock. Here's a culture shock, guys. Here's a culture shock. A little bit of a difference. Not really a culture shock, but a difference. Back home, when people say, the delivery's coming, it means it's almost there. But here, I notice all the time, people will be like, oh, I'm on the way, or I'm coming now, or we're close. And it typically means you've got, at least an hour.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was first here, I would be walking with Izai through the city, and I'd be like, are we close? And she's like, yeah, we're close. And it's another freaking 40 minutes to an hour of walking. It's like, Izai, close means 5-10 minutes tops. This isn't close to me. Always tip 15%. I don't know what I tip, guys. I just give what feels right. I don't. There's no tipping culture in the Philippines or anywhere else in the world for that matter. That is not true that there's no tipping culture anywhere else in the world. We tip when service is exponentially good, not for everything. I agree that the tipping for everything is weird. Yeah, but the point in it, it's not really weird. The reason they do it is so that you'll get good service. It forces people to want to give you good service because it's because they're expecting something, but because of it, back home, we do have some of the best food service, which I've definitely noticed going to different countries. No other country I have been in, no offense to these countries, I still love them, they're great, but no other country I've been in has had as good food service. And I think that's because of the tipping. So I don't know how I really feel about it,
But at least you know that if it's a good service, it is really a good service. It's not just because they're trying to get a tip.
That's true. That's not to say that in other countries I've never gotten good service, because I definitely have. I'm just saying it, yeah, in America I seem to get it way more, but it's because they're working for that tip. So, yeah, it's what it is. Okay, so we've been making a list of all the topics we want to talk about on here. If you have any ideas for future topics, leave it in the comments, or actually, we have a whole channel for topics on our Discord where you can just submit as much as you want. This week, we thought it'd be fun to talk about culture shock.
Someone saying that Cody knows about her husband. My husband.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm reading the messages, guys. I gotta keep an eye out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We might have to... So this week we thought it'd be fun to talk about culture shock, to share our stories with it, as well as get stories from you guys in the chat. So feel free to let us know your experiences and thoughts on culture shock. Google defines culture shock as the feeling of disorientation experienced by someone who is suddenly subjected to an unfamiliar culture, way of life, or set of attitudes. So from doing my research, what I've come to notice is that Izai's out here, dude. She's looking for the aircon already. Pay attention to the podcast, lagi.
I am paying attention. It's just that they're sending me things.
What I've noticed when researching culture shock for this show is that culture shock typically is a negative. So you can have like notice difference in cultures, and I would probably still call it culture shock, but when it's not negative, it's not like obviously it's not a bad thing. Culture shock is meant to be like, this is hard for me to handle because I'm shocked by the culture. One thing we found before we get into our little stories, we found that we were talking about this last night. We were kind of talking about 90 Day Fiancé. And how it seems like every single person on that show is culture shocked. So, distraction. Like, later lagi, unya. Do the show. So we noticed that pretty much everyone always has culture shock when they're on 90 Day Fiancé. Every time they go to another country, it's like, what is this? And everyone's saying your road at them over and over. Well, your road.
Like, tell them that I'm live podcast. So.
Yeah, shock is an overload. The other's just surprise. Culture shock. The culture is indeed shocking. So what we've come to realize, we think, is culture shock mostly happens when you just don't do any research. Because when I have traveled, I always do a lot of research. And so we were talking about when I was in Leyte. You would think I would have had a lot of culture shock going to Leyte, living in the province. It's an entirely different way of living than what I had ever lived before. But because I had done a lot of research, I really knew what I was getting into. I knew how, like, the restroom will be different. It will be somewhere else. Taking a shower is different. The way the house will be open.
Well, it's not really like the case in every house in the Philippines as well.
But what I was getting into.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that when you said that you're already expecting that the restroom is gonna be different from, like, it's outside the house. It's not gonna be like that in every house in the Philippines. So it's just that most houses in the province, it's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
That's what he meant.
So, yeah. And I wasn't shocked by it. I had no culture shock going to Leyte, which blows my mind. But I really think it's all expectations, and I think it's doing your research beforehand. If you know what you're getting into, how can it shock you? I guess is how I feel.
Yeah. So we're really we think that a lot of cast in 90 Days Fiancé are like, they were instructed not to do any research so that when they get there, they'll be shocked.
We don't know that. We have no idea if that's true, but
we're guessing.
It feels like it because it's like every single one of them.
Yeah, it's like, how can you not prepare for this? Like, if you've been talking to this girl from like another country, another culture, a different background, wouldn't you like research about their culture, their country?
But that's really a super American thing, is like,
really,
this isn't for everyone. I'm not trying to like put a blanket statement over every American, but a lot of people I know back home, it'll be like they expect, like for me, it would be like me expecting you, no, you should be researching my culture. You should be finding out about America. You want to come to America, right? That's how a lot of people in America think. Like, everyone in another country wants to come here. The amount of people I hear say that back home, like, well, everyone wants to come to America. Yeah, so they're going to be thinking, like, why should I research that place?
Yeah, but it's like, aren't you interested of what your partner wants?
I hate to say this, but probably not. I come from the Midwest, though. That's how a lot of, like, people in the Midwest are. I'm not saying that's how everyone in America is, but I mean, in a way, I get why I know I don't get why. I always do research. I'm interested in it. But yeah, my Gia from the Philippines, she talks too loud, doesn't know how to whisper. But that's after Jerry said when I arrived in the U.S., I thought people talked too loud. That's a weird thing, man. Like, I think people do talk really loud in America, but also in the Philippines, people talk freaking loud. So it's like both ways. Like, depending on where you're at, if I'm out on the streets, man, it can get loud. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Yeah.
Come on. Isa was just saying to me the other day, it gets loud in the Philippines. Now she's acting all coy about it. No, very quiet.
No, I'm not saying no. I said yes.
One thing, a cultural thing that I noticed. I actually have things written down, but just something I'm thinking of right now with being loud. Filipinos on the phone are so angry sounding and loud. I'm not saying everyone again. I don't want to make blanket statements, but I've noticed this, and I saw even like Kulas and Brett talking about it before, where like for whatever reason, when they're talking on the phone in Bisaya, especially, I noticed, like Izay will get off the phone with her mom, and I'm like, what's wrong? What happened? She's like, nothing. Everything's great. What? And it's like, you guys were like in an argument, weren't you?
No, we're not.
And so now I'm just used to it. I put my headphones on when they get in a call, and I'm like, all right, somebody's calling. Hold on, we got another call.
Hello? Yeah. Good morning. Sa ref? Naano ka?
Uh-oh. Okay, they're not here yet, but it sounds like they are on their way. Wow, guys. It's also loud in the Philippines because we like to sing. That's true, a lot of singing in the Philippines. A room full of Filipinos hurts my ears. They don't laugh, they scream. Super true. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I told my kids I want to buy karaoke, and he told me I don't need a microphone because I'm loud. Yeah, man. They're on their way for real?
Yeah, he's already in the street.
What? They're here? Basically?
Yeah.
How long we got?
I'll just go down. You can like...
Just you?
Yeah, I'll just ask Kuya to like...
Take it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll run the show while Izay goes down. But let's... do you want to tell your culture shock stories first?
After?
What am I gonna do? Guys, thank you so much for sitting through this weird one. If we knew that they were gonna come early like this, your wallet? Probably in your... I don't know. Oh, over there. Filipinos sing louder than the microphone. Yeah, totally. Okay, I'm gonna tell my culture shock stories, guys. Are you going down now? Mm-hmm. Okay, don't let any of those creatures in the room. No, don't let them in. Ella, no, Ella's here. Hold on, guys. I've got to kick out this cat. Are you going to get Ella? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. While Izay goes down, I'm going to tell my culture shock stories. Yeah, this is one of them that I said you can just have. We don't need updates.
Hi.
That's Ella.
Hi, Ella. Say hi to the podcast. Mm-hmm.
She looks like an old man. Look at her face. She looks like an old dude. Okay, guys. While Izay's gone, this is great content. Love the True Show. Yeah, we're unedited today, man. This is for real. While Izay's gone, I'm going to get really sensual with the mic. I've done podcasts before. I know you got to be close. It's a little tough for us right now, but it's just how it is. So I'm going to get into mine. You guys go ahead and tell me this stuff. Izay will be back, baby. Don't worry. She's going to figure this whole ref thing out. It's going to be great. So, all right. My stories, personally, I haven't had a lot of experience with culture shock, though I do have a few stories of it. Move this here over. All right. All right, guys. When I first came to the Philippines, I thought I didn't have any culture shock, but I think I actually did lightly, but just more of like not understanding things really. Oh, she's back. The same cat is back. She's like crazy, man. The second the door opens even a little, she's like, quick as she can possibly go to get in. Careful, she's right by the cord. The cat is right by the cord. She's attempting to unplug. She said, this is not a good show. Unplug this right now. Put an end to this. Okay, the cat is gone. Izay will be back. Nobody freak out. Nobody unsubscribe. We hear you loud and clear. Yeah, the mic is good, guys. The mic is good. It's just because we're sharing it between two people. This will be my mic. Just like this, once we get everything set up. So it'll be like this. Izay will have her mic over here, and it's going to be a lot nicer than what it normally is. We have Eli. I think that's Eli saying, "Good morning, Cody. Izai and I." Good morning, Cody and Izai. I noticed that you also follow Dustin's live stream at the moment. Great to know that, but bad for me. I keep shutting from yours to theirs. Is he live again right now? I thought their live stream was over. He's been going forever, man. Yeah, I was on there. I was trying to, I don't know, man. I was trying to get his attention, but he never noticed us. So, oh well. It's all good. That's one of the things that I'm happy about right now with our audience size is that I'm able to just talk to all of you and I can notice everyone. And I'm gonna feel bad whenever we get to Dustin's size. And he had when I was in there, he was 700 or 800 people in there, and it's very, very difficult to keep up with the chat. So I'm very grateful that at the time being, that's something we can do. All right, guys. So let's get into this. One of the things that I think I actually had happen when I first came to the Philippines, it's a lot safer than I ever expected. And that shouldn't be a culture shock, but in a way I kind of think it was. So me and Chris and even Taylor a little bit, we just did a lot of being very safe, very careful, being careful to go out and walk around because it's in America, and especially in cities, there's a lot of randomly dangerous areas. It's just kind of weird. They'll be you're good, and then you just go over a few streets. Suddenly, it's very, very dangerous here. Or it just feels like most every municipality here is safe. We're back home. There's whole areas, whole towns, whole cities that are you shouldn't even go here. It's not safe. And so that was kind of a culture shock to me that not just the Philippines, but pretty much a lot of Asia, East Asia in general, it's way safer than I ever expected. So that, not really a culture shock, but it is something that took me a while to get used to. It wasn't until I was here with Izai, and she's like, why are you being worried about these things? These areas and things will look shady, but then it's not. It's totally fine. And it's just something you got to get used to. How do I send cash? Kenny wants to know, how do I send cash? Gave you my phone number up to call me? I'm serious about getting cash to you. If you want to send cash right now, immediately, Kenny, I would scroll down. Let me check. Let me make sure it's there. Where's my description? I'm not sure how I see my description. It's not showing me my description. I have a Ko-fi. I can find it for you. I'll find it really quick. This is a good time to do this since Izai's not here anyway. Let me find my Ko-fi really quick. That is the best way to send cash immediately. That can immediately be used. Sending through the super chat on here, it definitely gets to us. It's not like your chat just it's not like your money just disappears into nothing. It gets to us, but it takes, like I said, a month for it to process it. So you can scroll down. Kenny, let me know if you scroll down, if you see the link to the Ko-fi in the description. I will put it in the chat though. Let me go find it really, really quickly. I'll read some more of these while I'm finding that. Yeah, Ko-fi Instant Pay. Thank you. Love my new name. Mellow Puppies. That's pretty dope. That's a pretty dope name. I'm not going to lie. Trying to add a profile pic. No success. Dude, Google with their profile picture thing and YouTube in general. It's all oh, the Ko-fi is in the link in the description. It is down here. I will send it just to be sure, but it is down here. They make it really hard to change your picture. I've had a hard time with it as well. I was paranoid about my camera gear when I was there, but I think everything is fine. Exactly. I was really paranoid about my camera gear. That's the big thing. Even when I just had small camera, even a small camera like in America, you got to be worried about it. Just like a point and shoot, depending on where you're walking. And I'd be worried just walking around, little point and shoot camera. Someone's going to steal this, man. And then it's fine. No one's stealing your camera. It's cool. I'm not saying people don't get robbed here. You know, stuff happens. But generally, it's fine. I put that link in the description for you. You can check that one out if you're really interested. You said you're serious about it, so I'm trying to help you out. I don't have Venmo. I don't even know. Does Venmo work in the Philippines? I don't have it. My mom says not to go to Carbon. I also dislike going to Cologne. I actually agree. I've never been to Carbon. The fridge we just bought that we're getting ordered, it's coming from Carbon. And we could have gone down there and looked at it and everything. And I'm like, during a pandemic, I'm not going down there, man. If you guys don't know, Carbon's like the big market area. And a lot of people there. Cologne is the oldest street. It's like the downtown, literally like as downtown as it gets of Cebu. And I don't go, I mean, I go there. I go to Cologne, but I try to avoid it. It's fine. Like, you're not necessarily going to get robbed, but like you probably won't. Honestly, I'm not trying to make it sound bad. But like you have a better chance in that area. But generally it just doesn't, I don't know. Safety feels better here. Angry Kitten said, when I was a kid, my parents used to say Cebu was full of thieves. I mean, it was notorious for pickpockets back then. That's actually a thing Isaias told me. She told me that back before Duterte. I don't know if you're Duterte supporters or not. I'm not trying to get into politics or anything like that. But she said before Duterte. I don't know exactly. I don't really know all the politics here. But that Cebu was really full of pickpocketers especially. And like if there was a time where if you went out and you had your phone out, you were almost sure to lose it. And now it feels very, very safe here. So I mean, whoever made that change, no matter who it was, whatever did that, I'm grateful for it at this point. Okay, but I also want to get into, I didn't really have a ton of culture shock here the first time, is basically what I was trying to get at. It just didn't really happen. I did a lot of research. I think maybe that's why, but everything was cool. The most I've ever had, my biggest culture shock story, is always been reverse culture shock. Or as it was called online when I was doing research, re-entry travel shock. How do people can treat you in the Philippines compared to where you're from? Well, that's actually something I'm getting into. I feel like I'm treated better here. But I think that's just an in general thing with the Philippines. I think people in the Philippines are a lot nicer. But yeah, let me get into that here. So this first happened when I came home from the Philippines the first time. There was an overwhelming feeling of wanting to go back and travel again. But it was more than just that. It was more than just missing traveling. I felt pretty depressed. I remember being back in work and being back to normal life, and I felt very bad. Oh, Izai's in here. What's up, Izai? I guess she's downstairs waiting on them. But I felt very depressed going back to work and going back to my normal life. But it was more than just feeling like I wanted to travel again. It felt like I had changed. It's a really hard thing to explain. But when you've gone and you've traveled for so long and you've done something cool like this that you've never done before in your life, you don't come back the exact same person. And yeah, let me just read what I have written down. It's weird because I have more family and friends in America, but I almost feel more lonely there. And I've heard other people say this as well. It's not just me who echoes this sentiment. It always feels like people are less accepting. It also makes me sad every time I go back to see no one's walking outside by the roads, and anyone who's out just ignores everyone. Yeah, that's something I really love about the Philippines. I saw it when I was in even Australia and Korea. People are out. People are doing things. People are living life, and it's weird. At least I'm in a small town, of course, so it's a little bit different. But even being in small towns, living in the province here in the Philippines, people are out. People are doing things. In America, there's so many times where I'll go for a walk and I'll see nobody else. Everyone's just in their car, and if you see anyone else, they'll literally like cross to the other side of the street. This is before the virus. You don't want to pass anybody. You don't want to be near anybody. Yeah, you look depressed in your US vlogs. Yeah, it's tough. And another thing about America is people don't like to be vlogged. Vlogging's weird in America. You get made fun of a lot. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. Don't record me. Don't record here. And it doesn't feel great. I felt like this every time I've gone home. But the most was the last time that I went back home. It was really, really hard to explain to someone who hasn't felt it. But it feels like people don't understand you anymore. And I've heard other travelers say this. I heard them say this before I ever went and traveled myself. But when you go back home after doing an adventure like this and you go back to your normal life, you've changed. Things about you have changed. You've done amazing stuff. Or even if it's not amazing stuff, you've just done different things. And you go back and nobody's changed. I'm not saying people don't change back home, but it's way more stagnated when you're not moving around. Obviously, when you're traveling, you're getting new experiences and you're learning so much new stuff all at once so quickly. When you're just sitting at home, you're not getting all that stimuli that's changing you and growing you as a person. So when somebody comes back from traveling, the people back home haven't changed, and they expect that you haven't changed. They don't imagine that you're different. You're still the same you, but you're not really the same you. And I've heard a lot of people say this. My brother, my mom even, she lived in Germany for years when she was younger, and she said she experienced the same thing going back, and that is a weird cultural shock thing. It's just small things. It's not even a big thing. It's not like I'm a different person, like Enrique just said. This changed me. Yeah, it's not even a big thing like that. It's like small, little things that people don't know about you anymore. It's like, well, I'm not actually that person anymore. And it just makes you feel weird coming home. Where did you work when you still did convention reviews? I think this is the real good info for a lot who work regular jobs but want to travel. This is actually a whole podcast I want to do about how to get out of like your regular job thing and get into travel. I worked at Michael's. I don't know if you know what that is or not. It's a craft store. It's literally just a craft store like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, that kind of thing. Yeah. And for almost all of convention reviews, the whole run of it, I was at Michael's, and I was making like less money than what Izai makes now here in the Philippines, in America. I was not making much at all. Of course, I was living with my parents. That helped a lot. And then I just saved up. Dude, I saved up for a year on those Michael's checks to be able to come to the Philippines the first time for just 3 weeks. A year for 3 weeks. But you got to do what you got to do, man. If you're working a regular job and you want to go do this stuff, you got to do what you got to do. I had friends who were moving out and getting apartments and things like that. I could have done that. I could have figured that out. But I had a great home back home. My parents are more than willing to let me stay there. They're happy to have me there. They know that I'm working for something and that it's not like I'm never going to leave. It's that I'm building a dream, dude. And they were very supportive with that. And every time I've gone back, they let me stay there to try to build money back up again, because it doesn't make sense to pay for an apartment. I'd never be able to. Like, you have to take... Guys, I was spilling it all out, man. I was spilling it all out, and we disconnected. Yeah, Izai's in the kitchen, I think. Let me refresh the chat. Anyway, guys, yeah, let's stop my my rant. Don't ever leave your sweetheart ever again. I mean, it's up to if I can figure this out, man. If I can make this happen. Taming! Is it normal now in the US to live with your parents even if you're over 18? Yeah, Ray, it is pretty normal, dude. Because the economy, things have changed. By the way, I'm back, right? I'm back, right, guys? Things have changed in America. It is really, really difficult to get out of the house now with the way that things cost. The cost of living in America has gone up so high. And the money you make, and especially it's really hard to even get a job, even if you've went to college. A lot of people I know have stayed with their parents a lot longer than 18. Way, way longer. And I know that was not normal back in the day. My parents telling me, like, they're out of there right away. And it's not that people don't want to go out. It's just that it's unrealistic. It's become really unrealistic to be able to move out like that unless you've got means. You know, you've got money. You come from a family that has good money, or you were lucky and you got a really good job early on. Oh, you guys all heard me say I'm not disconnected? That doesn't make sense because I literally... Izai, you know how it works. It showed me no internet at the bottom. I had no internet. I don't know how I could possibly not be disconnected. It's weird. Daniel had asked, have your parents ever or have your family ever visited you in the Philippines? No. My brother came here with me the very first time I was here, but no one has ever visited me. I had talked with a few friends to come this year, and then obviously the pandemic hit. So that didn't happen. There's a really loud noise outside. I don't know if maybe that's our truck with our fridge. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's a really low, loud noise. Okay. So, yeah, it took me, every time I go back, it takes me like a good month or more to get back to feeling normal and just being home again. I'll never forget how depressed I was after the first time I traveled, feeling like I had seen an amazing life, but was now stuck back in the old ways I didn't want to be anymore. Oh, I was only disconnected for 30 seconds. Cool, we got that quick. Thank you, Brianna's Adventure. Thank you to everybody who's sticking in here, man. Weird podcast today, but I'm having fun just talking to you guys. So the next up, we want to tell Izai's culture shock story. So if any of you guys have any stories, if any of you can relate to any of the things I've been talking about, please let me know in the chat right now. This is the time to just have a conversation with you guys. I don't know how long this could take with Izai. She's having to talk to the Kuya. Kuya means big brother, for those of you in America who don't know. But people will use Kuya as like a, it's kind of like sir. It's not sir. They still say sir here, but you can kind of think of it like that. It's like an older guy. It's a way of sort of showing respect, not being rude. So I don't actually know the guy's name who works down there. He's not actually our landlord, but I treat him like the landlord. He's the guy that I pay rent to and everything. She's trying to see if he'll let us leave the fridge down there somewhere until we can move, because we had to buy the fridge. They brought it here, but we're on the 3rd floor. We don't want to bring it up here. And our apartment here is small. We can't fit a fridge. We have a small fridge in here that's for the apartment, like the apartment owns it. So, yeah. Brianna's Adventure, thank you so much for that super chat donation. That is super, super dope. Yeah, it just came out now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like older guy. Yeah, Kuya means like an older, just an older guy. If anyone ever calls me Kuya, no, it's cool. Izai doesn't like to be called Ate. Sometimes people will call her Ate. She's like, oh, my heart, I'm old. As soon as I get vaccinated, I'm rushing back to see my GF. In the Philippines, Jerry? Is she in the Philippines? Oh, so you mean vaccinated like COVID. For some reason, I thought you meant like, the first time I came here, we got a bunch of vaccinations. Brianna's Adventure, been to the Philippines like 5 times. My wife is from there. But my wife and daughter in the States with me now. How do you feel about that? I don't know. Like, I don't think my family likes to hear it. But the more I stay here, the more time I spend in the Philippines, the more I'm happy here, man. I miss my family and my friends back home, but it's like, every time I've gone back, I feel this depression and like this weight on my shoulders. And it's not because I don't like my home country, but it's like, I can't explain it. There's just something different about being here compared to being back home. And like, I have no intention, like I have no desire to live back in America with Izai. Like, just honestly, people ask me all the time. People are like, bro, when are you gonna get her back there, man? Oh, there's no truck there, Izai? I don't know what that loud sound is, though. They're not even here yet? You went down there, they're not even here yet? This is Philippines, man. Filipino time, dude. I'm telling you. They'll tell you, I'm here, I'm almost here. We're almost there, ma'am. And then nobody's there for so long. We waited on cat food like a month or 2 ago. They're like, yeah, we're coming anytime now. And at like 9 p.m., we're writing them like, bro, they told us that at 4. They're like, we're on our way, 4 p.m. At 9 p.m., we're like, can you just deliver it tomorrow? Like, what's going on? Logan said the biggest culture shock for me was how everyone drives there. It's like crazy. The guy who picked us up was driving on the wrong side of the road. And which country? Which country are you talking about? Which country are you in? Because America and Philippines, they drive same side of the road. But I had that culture shock too when I was in Australia, and I know Izai has a story about it. We were talking about it last night, but she's not here. She's downstairs. She lives in Mabolo. Seriously? Mabolo, really? That's where Izai's mom lives. Mabolo is granularly locked down, isn't it? I love it there. We plan on moving back in a few years. Awesome. You definitely should. Withdrawals, huh? Low Alp says withdrawals, huh? One does not simply get one serving of the Philippines, lol. Yeah. The Philippines is great, man. I've been waiting for my friends who were here before to come back. They still haven't come back. Yeah, the driving there is crazy. We're in Philippines? I'm pretty used to it at this point. Cody, you are happy because you are in love. I mean, it's not just because I have Izai, guys. Like, I could take Izai to America. You realize that. But that's not something I really want to do. Izai says she's just waiting on Shut Up and Purr to drop off the cat. Izai, do you need me to come down there and help? I mean, yeah, I'm running the podcast, but maybe they can help carry them up. I don't know. Cody, have you considered going to college there? I hear it's very affordable. I have not. I have no interest in further schooling. It's just a thing with me. I was never good at school. I love learning. I spend every day here learning something new. Literally, I learn every single day. But I don't learn in a school environment. I just don't. I never did. All throughout my career of going to school, I would do bad in school because I just don't learn well. But I'm not a dumb guy. Ask Izai. I promise I'm not dumb. But I just don't learn in that environment. I learn much better out doing things on my own. And what I want to be doing, I'm already doing it. What am I going to school for? To get a degree to do a job that I have one life, man, and I want to do what I love. And I'm here. Look, I'm here. I'm making video. Making video is what I've always wanted to do. I already make video. I don't want to sound cocky. I know I still have a long, long way to go. I still have a lot to learn. But I already make video better than lots of people who are in school for making video because I've just been doing it for so long. I've been learning it. You can learn all of that stuff on your own. And in the world of video, what's the point of degree, man? People look at your work. They look at that portfolio in any sort of a creative field. And to some people, that's going to sound crazy because college is the only way. And I know I'm in Asia, and in Asia, college is really the only way. But back home, a lot of people are second-guessing colleges now. And I'm actually glad that I didn't go. My brother, I know he tried to go. He was just building up student debt, going and learning things he already knew, and he wasn't happy doing it. So he left. I also know people who went and graduated, and now they fully regret it. Their degrees have gotten them nothing, and they're in extreme debt. Yeah, I don't want to get into the whole college talk, but yeah. How would you compare the homeless/poverty in Philippines versus America? I don't think the homeless seems that different, at least in the cities. Homeless people in the cities in America, homeless people in the cities in the Philippines. It's pretty much normal. I think I see homeless people as less scary in the Philippines, believe it or not. I almost feel more bad. Homeless people in America, a lot of times you question, like, are they on drugs? Obviously not every homeless person is. People are in bad situations, of course, but you question, like, they can be scary. That's the people who are more likely to rob you. I mean, I'm sure here as well. Poverty, obviously there's more poverty generally in the Philippines, but it seems there's poverty in America too, though. That's the thing. I was showing Izai, we were watching a 90 Day Fiancé the other day, and they're in a really bad area in America. I mean, there's definitely major poverty in America as well. You just don't see it as much. It's just not talked about as much, but it is definitely there. I think it's just everywhere, man. It's just no matter where you go, there's going to be poverty and homelessness, and it's just how it is. I'm from Texas, but most homeless here are older guys. I don't know what that's about. I think the most homeless people I ever saw in my life was when I was in Waikiki in Hawaii. blew my mind. God dang, there were so many everywhere. Airgear said, hello, Cody, just do what you want to do. Yeah. Thank you, Airgear ZX. A lot of people don't agree with the way of thinking, but I just totally disagree with those people. But I think that you gotta do what you want to do in life. Don't be pressured into going to school if the school isn't going to teach you what you want to do. Remember that money isn't everything. Yeah, I'm worried about money right now, admittedly, because I want to be able to stay here. But my goal has never been to get rich. I just want to have enough that I can stay and do what I like to do. That's all I really want out of life, is to be able to do the thing I like. I don't need to be rich or live in a fancy house. I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need, like, I've just never been the person who's like, I'm gonna do this thing because it's chasing money, because it's following money. Yeah, like Low Alp just said, I'm young, no kids, world's at my fingertips. Exactly. Look, everything's a risk. That's what I think it is. I think college used to be, and maybe in Asia it still is. In America, I don't agree with that, it is, but college used to be the safe route. College was the route of, like, if I go here, I have a laid out plan, I'm going to do these classes, all I have to do is pay this money, follow through with it, and my life is going to be great. That's not how it is anymore. That's really not how it is. So either way is a risk. You're risking going to college because you're putting yourself into debt, assuming you don't have money. With me, I'd be putting myself into major debt. And then you might not even get the job you're looking for, or in my case, you might not even need that degree for the job you want. So then the other risk is, don't go to school. You're not going to have a degree. You don't have a backup like that. And you're just following what you love and what you believe in, and they're both a risk. So everyone's got to choose their own risk, and I chose the not college risk, which some people just straight up hate. I had an ex-girlfriend. I won't get into talking about my exes, but I had a girlfriend one time who her parents refused to accept me as their daughter's boyfriend because I hadn't gone to college. She would be like, my boyfriend, and they'd be like, your friend, honey, your friend. He didn't go to school. You can't be with him. And it's like, you're not a person. There's some people who treat you, if you didn't go to college, you're not on their level. You can't be, I don't know, I think it's weird. There's weird, like, gatekeeping to life with certain type of things. Kenny said, we have Google. We learn everything with Google, or YouTube videos teach a lot. I agree, man. It feels like degrees are almost becoming outdated. I get why you need a degree for certain fields, really technical fields. You want to make sure this person knows how to do something, but you can learn almost everything online now. Almost everything. And it's weird that it still requires a degree, and it still requires paying so much money and doing all of this just to get the job that someone else might be better at, that they just learned it online. That's weird. There should at least be like a test, like, prove that you know how to do these things. Okay, here's your degree. I don't know. You've proved you know it. Okay, you didn't have to go to school. You learned it on your own. You have the degree to prove that you know it. I don't know. It's weird. World schooling. If I have kids, I might go that approach, specifically during their younger years. Yeah, I don't know. My cat is scratching the door. No real advice on that. I'm just telling you how I've chosen. However you want to choose to do it, you do it your way. Just curious, have you been keeping up with recent anime and video games? No, I'm not caught up, dude. Not caught up at all. I'm playing a lot of older stuff. Right now I'm playing Phantom Hourglass on the DS. I've got my DS here, and I have my Switch, but I can't buy anything new because I'm having to save money to be able to stay here. So the last thing I need to be doing is buying video games, unfortunately. And I don't have my PlayStation here. And I don't really keep up on anime anymore. I've been way out of anime for years. I haven't really watched anime seriously in years. Izai and I are watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood right now, and that's it. Sleepy puppies now. Night, night. Good night, mellow puppies. Low Alp said, mind sharing how much a travel vlogger makes with views from 50,000 to 200,000 views. All good if not. See, that's a weird thing, guys, because I think it's one of the things a lot of viewers don't understand about vlogging and about YouTube is it's all up in the air. Nothing is exact. It's not like one view pays me this amount of money. It's how many ads did you put on that video? How many of those views watched those ads? How many of them skipped the ads? How many of them have an ad blocker on? So there's that. And then there's also, a lot of people don't know this. What country did they watch those ads from? American viewers, believe it or not, make me more money because they know that an American who's going to buy a product from one of those ads is worth more because just things cost more in America. In the Philippines, things cost less generally. So a viewer from Philippines watching my ad actually makes me less. So it depends what country they're watching from as well. There's a lot of different factors that go into it. So 50,000, I honestly have no idea how much money to tell you that is. You probably make at least 100, 200, maybe probably not 200. I don't know. Probably $100 maybe. I don't know. Up to 200,000. Dude, I really can't tell you exactly how much you'd make. It's super, super weird and random the way it is. But all I know is the more views, the more money you get. And the more views that come from watching the ads. And that's why people, they try to get their videos to 10 minutes. So that changed to 8 minutes now. You guys will be noticing a lot more 8-minute videos because you don't have to get it to 10 minutes anymore. But if you get it to 8 minutes, you can put on more ads. That's when you'll notice the ads on the videos because, yeah, the more ads you have, the more money you're going to make. It's not just based off a video. We have not moved to Liloan yet, but we're assuming it's probably going to be this week, the way things look. Yes, it's true. There is so much mismatch educational learning here in the Philippines. I mean, people get this and that college degree and yet not able to land jobs they're prepared to. Yeah, it's exactly like America then. It's exactly the same way. It's like you do all of this work and you don't even get what you set out to do. Kenny said, can you find construction job or any cash job outside your door close by? So you guys let me know. I don't know if I can get a job or not. I'm just here on a tourist visa. Do I need a working visa? If I was going to get a job here, I might need to change my visa. I don't know. That's something I need to look into. I really don't know. Brianna's Adventure said, yes, for sure. We have a channel too, but most of our followers are in Philippines. But I've looked at the numbers. You do get more from U.S. followers. Yes, you absolutely make more money from U.S. followers. Absolutely is the truth. What's up?
So hot. And what I'm hearing with your podcast is still like talking about college.
Oh, you're still back on college?
Yeah.
My God, so far back. Cody, I watched the ads because some explain how to get paid on YouTube. Yeah, that's how we get paid, baby. So what are any cats here or the ref or what's going on?
Yeah, the ref is already at the sala area of theirs.
They're gonna keep it there?
Yeah, with the ping pong table.
They're cool with it?
Yeah, it's there, and then the cats are already in the kitchen.
So you did everything?
Yeah.
What up, dude?
Don't touch me yet.
Oh, you've been outside. Okay, yeah, disinfect, we're good. Good job, Izai. Did everything, man. I feel bad, guys. I feel bad. I wasn't trying to make Izai do everything. You know, this just all happened randomly. They said they wouldn't be back with the cats until like 12 or 1. It's 11.
It's because, so what happened is that the vet didn't remove their stitches.
On either?
I haven't checked with Arya, but with Babe, for sure she didn't because Babe's wound is infected, so we need to give her antibiotics for 1 more week. And then we cannot like take off the collar.
Do we have enough antibiotic left?
Oh, I asked them to so I'm gonna send money to the vet, and then Mikey from Shut Up and Purr, he will just give it to us tomorrow.
Okay. Man. I don't watch the ads. I block them throughout my network. Well, thank you, A. Logan. You make us nothing. Really, guys, people who block ads, I'm sorry. If you block ads, I think it is really selfish, man. I don't want to get in on the viewers or anything like that, but like the amount
if he
of
doesn't want it.
I know you don't want it, but it's like the amount of hours and time and effort that goes into this stuff. I work more on, and not just me, YouTubers work more on YouTube videos typically more than they would like at a full-time job.
I know, but
It's
like,
like
I'm just saying that don't hate a Logan.
I don't know. I don't hate a Logan. I get it, man. I hate ads too. I guess I just think that like it's the least that someone can do is like, you don't have to watch it. You can skip it. Even skipping the ad makes some money. You get something from that. If you guys don't know, you make more if you watch it, but you get a little bit even if you skip it. There's always though YouTube Premium, which gets us paid. It gets creators paid, and then you don't have to watch ads. So that's the way I recommend people to go. And before I was a YouTuber, this is all I'll say. This is all I'll say. I'm not trying to hate on people who skip ads, because what I'm trying to say is before I was a YouTuber, I also had ad block installed. I didn't watch ads. I said, F your ads, YouTubers. F those ads. But now I get it. I pay for premium. Does that affect you? We do get a portion of premium, Kim. We do. And actually, you get more. If everyone paid for premium, we would make more money than we watch from you watching ads. Than we get from you watching ads. So creators actually get more money if you're on premium. Cody, other than the Philippines, what countries do you want to visit? Japan, Peru, UAE. UAE.
London!
London's not a country.
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. Back to Australia. Back to Korea. Okay. There's a ton, man.
What did I miss?
You miss everything. We're on to just talking to the chat now, cause.
So it's the culture shock is over.
Do you have any stories you want to tell?
I don't know.
You told me you didn't really have much culture shock.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, if you're done with the culture shock topic, it's fine.
If you have a good story, I think we'll take it. But
I'm not really sure if I have a good story.
Okay. Well, then I guess we can just keep talking to the chat.
Wakanda forever.
Jay said make a Patreon. I've worked on a Patreon before. The problem is I don't really know what to give, and what I'm really thinking about doing is doing when we get to 30K subs, I can do the members thing on here. I'd love to keep everything on YouTube. And the thing is, guys, we're really trying to get out of like having to ask you guys for money.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it. That's actually that's the goal since the beginning, because it's like when we were still in Leyte, I'm not sure if some of you have seen our vlogs in Leyte, but it was like something that when we look back, it's like, oh my gosh, it's cringy, because it's like what most of the time what we say is like we tell people about our finances and that it's getting low, and that it's like almost begging people to like please like share our videos, subscribe, and like help us have this like enough money for us to be here. And it's not something that we want to do anymore, and it's not something that like we're not comfortable like just depending on people giving us money.
We want to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, we are really grateful for all of the donation.
Well, that's what I was about to say. People who, if you generally want to donate, like I know people like to help.
Yes.
But we don't want to be begging for it. We don't want to be out there like, please guys, please, we need it. But if you because I know there's big channels who they know that they don't need to donate to this channel, but people still do it because they like to be involved.
Love it. Like, yeah, it's like it. You know, some people really love to give.
Yeah, they want to help you out. They're like, I'm getting a lot out of your channel. Let me give something back. Yeah, we don't want to beg for that one. My voice is a little hoarse now. I've been talking for so long. I know a lot of people do make a Patreon, and it's pretty normal now. It's not something I'm 100% ruling out. It's just something that's like... Basically, there's other things in the work right now that I've not told you about.
Oh, yeah, the zebra is
I turned it off. It's off now.
Yeah, I saw it a while ago.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you.
The other thing, we're working on selling itineraries. Let me know what you guys think about that. I've been working on itinerary every single day. I'm working on a free one to show you guys, and so you guys can give me some
I think
feedback.
you need some diaphragm when you talk so that your voice won't get so hoarse.
Yeah, I guess I'm really hoarse now.
Yeah.
But we're going down the road of selling itineraries. We don't know how much yet. We don't know anything about that, but so that's what I've been working on. I'm not saying I can't do itineraries and a Patreon. And you guys are requesting a Patreon. But here's the thing, guys. I tried to make a Patreon before. I guess this is where I'm at. When I did convention reviews, I had a lot of people telling me, make a Patreon, we'll support you, Cody. I make a Patreon, and I get like maybe one person subscribes to it. And I went through all this effort. And then I even followed through with the Patreon. I supported it for months, thinking, okay, well, things often do start slow. It can build up over time. And then I think eventually, like, that one person even left. And I was giving the rewards, doing everything that I had promised to do. So the problem is, like, people talk a lot on YouTube and online, and it'll be like, if you do this, we will support you on Patreon. We'll do it. Or they'll be like, we'll never stop watching your videos. You know how many people, when I was on convention reviews, were like, even if you go do traveling, we'll still always watch you. I'll always be your supporter. And they've never been in the comments for like 2 years.
I mean, you still have a lot of like fan from a few
Eric
fans.
ZX, a
Yes,
fan
a
from
fan
back
from
in the day.
like convention reviews, but not like most of your subscribers are not in here anymore. Like those people who promised you that
We had
they're
to
gonna
restart,
support you.
basically.
Yeah.
And I guess what I'm saying is, maybe I'll make a Patreon still, but I've been putting it off to get bigger. Because if you're not big enough, you're going to get almost no support on it. And then basically I'm giving these rewards and doing all this stuff to get back enough money that's not even worth it. Like if I'm only getting back like $20 a month. Yeah, that $20 helps, but $20 isn't going to keep me here, you know? So it's much smarter for us to try and focus on being self-sufficient first.
Before we create a Patreon.
Yeah. Anyway, let's read some of these comments. Ba-boom. Ninita?
Is that the latest?
Yeah, that's the latest one, I think. Well, Kenny. Okay, we have Kenny. We enjoy your content, so we need to have money.
We need you to have money with free time to make more videos.
Yeah. We're working on that. Ninita, is that how you say it?
Yes.
I'm on YouTube Premium too. What up, baby? YouTube Premium. I would love to be on it once I have the money to pay a YouTube Premium subscription.
Jay can visit Wakanda.
We're definitely planning a trip to Wakanda very soon. Very soon. Cody, you have the zebra stripes on. I turned that off. Thank you for letting me know, Logan. Air Gear said, I really would like to go to Peru one day. Air Gear, bro. I'm going one day for sure. Hit us up, man. Maybe we can do like we travel with our subscriber. You know how people like to do that. That'd be cool. I've met Air Gear before. That's what I'm saying. Was a chill guy. I would never offer to travel with someone I've never met. Or maybe I would.
Your voice is getting low.
My voice is hoarse. I'm going to try to be closer to the mic because my voice is hoarse now. Hey, Logan, it's good diversity. A lot of channels have Patreon and YouTube. Yeah. And YouTube joins? Or do you mean YouTube members? Is that what you mean? Ron said, I had so much fun in Japan.
Once I learn how to ride the trains.
Aren't the trains there? I've heard the trains are awesome, but really expensive.
Really?
Yeah, when I planned to go there, I was looking at like the rail pass, and it's like the cheapest way to do it. Only foreigners can get it. Japan citizens can't because it'd be so cheap for them. But even getting it's like $200 or $300 for it for the rail pass. Then that's the cheaper way to go. But Japan in general is a country that costs a lot. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah, I remember when I was planning my trip to Japan. And like just looking at hotels, it's like, oh, I don't think I can afford that. So I went for like the pod hotels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That's probably what I would stay in.
Yeah. So. All right.
Jay said, "That's why you have a Patreon because people like to donate and to people and support." I mean, yeah.
I think you don't know how to read anymore.
I'm getting tired. That's the problem. 100% agree.
Can you read it? You can pay it back when you get big and rich. Yes.
I mean, but we can't really pay the people back. Like, if we're big and rich.
I guess it's not like literally paying. It's more of like, maybe when you were rich, we can like, have our like, what's that?
Our content is so good, or
what's that, like, an orphanage that we're supporting or something like that.
We're like actually doing something. I got you. I get what you mean.
Something like that.
Donating.
I think that's what he's saying, not like giving back to those people who donated. Okay, King, I don't notice culture shock anymore, but there's things, culture references my wife doesn't understand about American culture.
Like what, King? Can you give me an example? As an American, I'd love to hear, because I mean, I have a Filipino girlfriend who will go to America at some point to visit at least. I'd love to hear.
Air Gears, hi. Yes, I'm back.
Air Gear, by the way, can I ask, this is really random, but I just want to ask Air Gear something. Did you read all of Air Gear? Like, I haven't read it all. I watched the anime and then I was reading it. And, dude, it's literally my favorite art in all of manga. I freaking love the art in Air Gear. And I know he started out as a hentai artist, which blows my mind. I mean, you can see it, but I'm just wondering, is it worth reading all the way to the end? Because I know it's pretty long, but I would love to read it. Let me know if you read it all. Okay.
Hey, Logan, keep the rewards simple. I actually support a bunch of people with only a few patrons with no rewards, and they slow down on posting.
So here's what we'll do. You guys start letting us know what kind of rewards you think would be cool, and I'll try to come up with some stuff on my own as well. I'll look at some other people's Patreons, and we'll figure it out, whether we're going to do a Patreon or we're going to do the members. Patreon almost does make more sense, because with the way things grow right now during the pandemic, we probably won't hit 30K for maybe not till the end of the year, the way things are going. So maybe I can do a Patreon. We'll see once we move, once we get all that stuff worked out, and I have time in my brain to focus on that. But you guys are clearly requesting it. All I'm saying is, with all of you guys requesting it, if I make a Patreon and absolutely no one supports it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to trust you guys again. Like, this will be the second time I've done this without support.
Yeah.
So, we can try it. We'll see, guys. You're really trying to convince me, so.
Yeah. So, Original Sigmund is here again. Tyrion!
Tyrion, chill out, man. Whiny brat.
What's happening? You wanna say
Taga
hi to the
asa sa
podcast?
Cebu si girl. Taga asa sa Cebu si girl.
Cebu City!
That's Tyrion. Hi, Tyrion.
Hi. Alright, okay, Joe.
Hey.
Hey, Logan. Oh my gosh!
To make up for the ad block. Thank you, A. Logan. Dude, that's a lot of money.
That's a bed
man.
frame.
That's the bed frame.
Yeah, the second. Yeah.
Yeah, the 50 with the 50.
Yeah.
250. That's the bed frame, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dude.
Joe Marie,
Holy
I
crap.
enjoy watching your vlogs. Thank you. Hey Logan, my family is from Japan and I took Japanese in high school. Oh my gosh, that's cool. I never had a desire to visit Japan, but I was just binge watch a vlog and I'm hooked. Looking forward to visiting one day. Me too.
Darian. Back to the Future, Fresh Prince theme. What?
King MB.
Tonight she was surprised I had no idea who...
Michael knows how to Rick was.
Who's Michael knows how to Rick? To rock. Oh, to rock. Michael knows how to rock. What's that? Do you know?
Michael learns how to rock? Michael learns to rock?
Do you know that?
That's a band, right? Michael learns to rock?
I don't know. I've never heard of that in my life.
Okay. Bye, Nixby.
Oi!
How did I know when you said Air Gear? Let me ask you a question. You were gonna ask him about the manga anime law. The convention reviews lives on.
He didn't write back. Maybe he's behind. I hope he didn't leave, man. I want to know. I'm interested to read the rest, but I'm just really busy. But if he tells me it's worth it, I might have to find a day, read a chapter a day or something. Speaking of convention reviews, guys, if you don't know, can you let whoever that is in? It's ridiculous.
I think it's the Mimi. Or it's not.
If you guys
Baby. Come here, baby.
don't let any of those kittens in.
No. Here's the...
She was infected.
Yeah, this is the infected. Hello. I'm on a cone of shame. Hello.
So guys, I wanted to say really quick, if any of you have watched convention reviews before, if you haven't, you should go subscribe. Only because when I go back to America, I do plan to do a reunion con, maybe a reunion tour, depending on what happens. I don't know. But I don't feel done yet. I've had all these dreams back in the day of how to make convention reviews amazing, and I never had the ability to do it. I wasn't good enough. Now I freaking am, baby.
Are you?
Better than I was, for sure.
I'm still trying to figure out who I'm gonna cosplay for.
Who you're gonna cosplay? Do you
Yes.
still want to cosplay Lust from FMA, or you wanna? I don't want to spoil anything. We haven't seen her for a while.
Oh, she's coming back.
No, that's not what I said. No, I meant like she's not in a lot of the show.
Oh.
Maybe you can be Winry and I'll be Ed.
I don't know. It's like there's not much going on with Wenry's what's that costume?
You be Al.
No.
We'll make the big armor around you. Hey
No.
guys,
Hi.
I need my body back. Will Shan said, "Hi guys."
Hi, Wilshan. It's been a while.
Will Shan from Savannah, just waiting for the world to open up, because it's a done deal. I'm coming.
Yes, he's been planning to come here for like...
Daniel wants us to give the
Months.
cats more screen time. They don't really want to. Tyrion's just laying with his legs open, licking his eat log. So,
Oh, he said, oh, you talk to me?
Michael learns how to rock, a boy band very popular in Europe and Asia, Australia, and even Africa. But no one knows about it in the US. I don't know about it. You should listen right now.
I forgot their music, but I guess like a lot of I think I've heard of them, and I think I've heard some of their songs because it's really popular, especially in Leyte. A lot of like Filipinos just sing karaoke with those songs.
Hey, Logan wants to know if you shared your culture shock stories.
I haven't, right?
But you don't really have any, right? I
Yeah.
mean, share it if you have it.
In Australia, I just remember that I think one of the maybe not a culture shock, because I also kind of like know that it's different from the Philippines, but it's like, so we were there. I was with two of my coworkers, so we were there for training, and then so we were like having a training in the office, and then my trainee was like just eating something like maybe a snack or like a breakfast thing. And at that time I was so hungry because we haven't eaten anything, because we haven't figured out how to like buy things yet, because it's like it has been like just 3 days since we came. So I was like really hungry, and then she's eating food, and she didn't even like tell me to like, hey, do you want some?
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Because here in the Philippines, it's like if you're eating something and then you should ask. It's like it's something that you what's that?
Oh, you like offer your food.
Yeah, you like offer the
You want
food.
some?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not Australia, America for sure.
Yeah, it's like here in the Philippines, it's like really like they share their food. Like we share our food to anyone's like near us, even though we don't know the person. It's like if we're eating, it's like, hey, let's eat.
Definitely opposite in America. In America, if I'm eating, or like not just me, if someone's eating and you're like, can I have some of that? Or like,
No, because we don't ask that.
I know,
but the
but
person
like you're
won't.
never going to offer it.
Yeah.
Like the people in America or Australia, I guess, will never offer it.
Yeah, but it's not.
Unless you have a ton, like a lot.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I kind of, what's that? Expected it, But at the same time, it's like when you're experiencing it, when you're at the moment, it's like, because you're so hungry. I'm hungry, and I'm waiting for her to like offer something, or maybe ask me to like, do you want some?
That's funny.
So yeah, what else? Yeah, in Korea, it's the language barrier. Like I didn't know to some extent that they really don't know how to speak in English. Like most of them, a lot of them don't know how to speak English, and so it was really hard to communicate. Good thing is that we were with two Korean students, so they're the ones translating everything for us. But it's like, yeah, and also the food, like the food in Korea, they are the taste is a little bit different from what I'm used to here in the Philippines. Although we have like Korean food here in the Philippines, but from my experience, the Korean food here in the Philippines, they're like twist to suit the Filipino taste.
Like the spaghetti is sweeter.
Yeah,
Which is
or
I like it.
yeah, like just Korean food here, they're like twist to be like to suit the taste, the palate of Filipinos. But in Korea, it's different. It's like these are Korean food. It's like I remember with my choir mates when we were there, every time it's like meal time, they're saying that, okay, we're gonna eat somewhere, and we will be like, really, we're gonna eat again? Because we don't like the food. And then when people will be like asking us like, how's the food? And because we're Filipino, we're gonna say like, it's good, it's good. It's just because we're so polite and we don't want to offend someone, so we just say like, yeah, it's good, even though, yeah, it's not that great. I'm not saying that their Korean food are not great, but those food that they offered to us, they are.
I could show you some good food in Korea.
Yeah, when we go again. But yeah, and also the way because I guess it's not popular here in the Philippines, even though you're in a like a fancy restaurant. So what they did when we were there, it's like they have like at least like 4 course of meal. So we didn't know that at first. So when they served the food and we were like just hungry, so we're just like, okay, we're gonna eat, and then we finished it because it's like it's part of the culture of the Philippines that when we don't want to offend someone, so we want to like finish the food that they served us, so it's not waste. It doesn't go to waste. And then what happened was that after we finished the food, they served more again. And we're like, oh my gosh. Okay, we're just gonna eat again. And then they serve more and serve more, and we were like, oh my gosh, we cannot handle it anymore.
Gonna blow up.
Yes, it's like so much food. So we realized that so you just have to wait for the main course, which is you will know that it's a main course because they will serve the food with the rice. If it's not served with rice, then it's not the main course yet. And also that it's okay to not finish the food that they serve. So if like all of you are not eating anymore, so they will just like remove it from the table and serve the second course. So yeah.
But nothing like super, super bad.
Yeah, not
just little things.
I really can't remember. Like maybe really like little things.
I think a lot of culture shock is like little things adding up.
Maybe like reverse culture shock, like from when we came back from Australia and we were going through immigration, we were like, oh my gosh, like we realize now how terrible the airport here in the Philippines is. Like in Cebu, it was like, oh my gosh, this is how you'd greet foreigners?
The new terminal's nice.
Yes.
But that's before.
Yeah, that was before. Like the old terminal was like, this is so small and the aircon is barely working.
Hey, really quick, goodbye, Ron. I see you're saying goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking in here for so long.
It's been a long time. Okay, what else?
Okay, Are you done? Is that everything?
I think that's it. He was busy, so I just told him like, it's fine. Like I just let you know. Just letting you know.
Oh, okay. With that, guys, sorry about that.
It becomes more mystery and battle focused later on, by the way.
Yeah, I wanted to read. We want to go back and read all through all these really quick. Okay. Eric Gear said, "I'm still here. Read most of it, and almost done. It's really good. I'm not really good at naming stuff, but I made my YouTube account like 10 years ago and just got done watching the anime. That's funny. I love the anime. I was super mad when it ended because it doesn't wrap anything up. I was like, F you, dude. Screw this anime." It becomes more mystery and battle focused. It's probably cool. I'm cool with that. Culture shock with Cody and Izai. Come on. Discover.
A reunion stream would be nice. Discover. Tapos hindi.
Hold on. A reunion stream will happen, dude. We're at least gonna have a reunion stream. Don't doubt it. Anyway, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Discover said like, tapos hindi shinare. Discover, lol, kanya-kanya talaga sa Australia. Then nobody would like to share. In Australia, you're on your own. Yeah. So he translated it. Thank you so much. So I don't need to translate it.
Hey, let's eat is a greeting in the Philippines.
That's true. Yeah, that is really true. It's like
let's eat's a greeting in America too. Not a greeting, but it's like people will say it. Let's eat, but it's like get your own food. Yeah.
Well, here in the Philippines, it's like, for example, like especially my aunt.
Bye, Daniel. See you around.
Daniel. Yeah. So especially my aunt, every time like there are people who would come to the house, she'd be like, "Hey, come on, let's eat," even though we don't have food.
Okay, I see what you mean. That's funny. I like sisig, pansit,
bihon,
lumpia. I love lumpia, dude.
We still have lumpia there.
I threw it out. It looked bad. It was old. It'd been like a month. Hey, Logan said, "I remember I bought a nice sandwich and a random coworker said it looked good. I asked them if she wanted half. She said yes. I was so mad." That is America, baby. Do people do that here too? I mean, that's what they do, right? Like, do they get mad? Like, you'll offer and then you say... So it's normal to offer food here. If they say yes, do you get mad?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, back home, I would.
Because what they said here is like to refuse an offer is an insult.
Oh, so yes, I've heard that before. Guys, I'm super freaking picky eater. I get offered so much food, especially when I'm in the province. It's like, just take a bite. Just at least take a bite. Oh my God. And I don't, honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sure it's great. I don't want it because I'm a super picky eater. I know you're being nice. You're being welcoming. I understand what's happening. It's a me thing. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just a weird guy. I'm sorry.
So Discover said, "Sino dito Pinoy? Maligayang buwan ng wika." August is like buwan ng wika. It's like language month.
Oh.
Okay, I'm pressured to speak in Tagalog because August is the month of our language.
Oh.
Maligayang buwan ng wika. Happy month of language. Language month. What are your favorite beaches in the Philippines?
What's your favorite beach in the Philippines? Panagsama?
No.
She hated Panagsama Beach.
No, I don't really hate it.
She didn't like it. And then I was like, well, we're staying there. Again. And then you liked it.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm trying to say. You didn't have a good experience there. And then I made you go back. And you're like, this beach actually is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your favorite beach? Is it the same as mine? You want to say it on 1, 2, 3? Can we say the same beach? You think we can do it? You ready? Are you ready?
Wait,
you have one in mind?
Wait. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on 3. So now
I think you're not gonna say the same
we'll
thing.
We'll see. On 3. Not 1, 2, 3, go. Just 1, 2, 3 and then say it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Biton Beach. Why did you think I wasn't gonna say it?
I don't know.
Maybe
it's what's the other beach?
The other one in Southern Leyte?
Yeah.
No, I like that one under the water more, maybe. I don't know. Biton is nice, man.
Yeah, it is.
When I think about the best beaches I've ever been to, I'm like, Bitoon. So good. Yeah, Bitoon Beach. In southern Leyte. Check it out. Hit the Google search. I'm pretty sure our video will be the first one to come up.
Yes. And then make sure to like really walk a little bit farther from the main beach, because that's when you can have the beach to yourself.
It's a little part. It's not that big, the part that you have to yourself, but it's nice. And under the water, if you're into snorkeling, is woo. My God, boy.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And then you can like while you're swimming, you're swimming, you can like see the bridge, the Liloan Bridge.
Yes, the Wawa Bridge.
The Wawa Bridge.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's not that big, but it's nice.
It's just a really beautiful area.
Yes.
Definitely worth checking out. And we actually have a story time to tell from there someday. We've never told what happened at Bitoon Beach. It's not in the vlog where you had a breakdown.
Oh.
Just a little tease, man. We won't get into that now, but Izai had a full tears rolling breakdown at Bitoon Beach. We're gonna tell that someday. Just a teaser.
So watch out for that.
Yeah, just a teaser. And we'll talk about why that happened as well.
Okay, scroll up, I guess.
Sorry about the aircon again, guys. I'm sure you can hear it, but you guys told us before to keep it on, so I'm just keeping it on this time.
Yeah, I told our kuya about it, and he said that it must have been the bearing. As long as it's cooling, it's fine.
Is something gonna fly through the aircon?
It's just like when you hear something like it's not like normal. It's like, is this gonna blow up?
It sounds like something's like hitting something, like da 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 da.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
what he said. It's a bearing.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not our aircon though, so I'm not too worried about it. When we move, it's their problem.
Discover we eat rice with pasta.
No way, dude. No freaking way.
I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people who does that, but I don't do that.
That's how you get fat. I'm sorry. That's too many carbs.
Yeah.
That's so walay keto. That's how you get fat, boy.
I don't know. I guess for me, I don't understand why you need a pasta and a rice.
It's too much.
But yeah,
I didn't miss anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any workout tips, Cody? I notice your arms look pretty cut. I really appreciate you saying that. This is the least workout I've ever done right now. Not really. We're doing Insanity Max 30 together.
Yeah, you should check that out if you want to do like workouts, like home workouts like we do.
I think it's really good.
Is.
They have a longer one as well.
It will kill you.
Yeah, if you want more of a workout, if you're already pretty in shape, check out Original Insanity. The Max 30 is only 30 minutes long. It's half the time. But if you're not working out already, it will kill you for sure. But that's how we're kind of trying to keep in shape right now when we can't go to gyms or anything like that. But I did used to lift a lot. We have like it's not a home gym, guys. It's not a home gym. But I have a few weights in my basement back home, and I would just use that. And I did used to go to the gym too. I appreciate you saying that because I feel my stomach is fat as F right now. I feel. So I appreciate you saying at least my arms look all right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Because of the push-up that we did the other day.
Yes,
like
that's what it is. Dude.
It was like 30 minutes of push-up.
So much push-up.
So many.
I forgot about that.
Push-up.
That must be why. Okay, we're going to read through the rest of these really fast. I'm sorry, but it's because we're down to 1 bar on the battery left on the camera. We've been on here for a long time. So let's get through these really quick. Have you moved to the new apartment? Not yet. It died. That was from a while ago.
Pornography?
Pornography posted a video on
Kangaungawan Falls in Katmon, only vlog on YouTube I can find regarding that places looks dope. If you haven't heard of it, could be first foreigner to vlog it.
And we will be. Copying now. Hold on, I'm going to type that in. I'm sure I already have it written down. I found a list of 111 unknown waterfalls in Cebu, and they are all going to be visited by us. Eventually. Probably not all right away.
Kagangawan
Falls. I'm just loading it up so I can watch it later.
Daniel Garcia, sorry guys, but I have to go. Oh yeah.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, this is the one. I'm loading it up. I'm going to watch this later for sure. Load up, lagi. There we go. Okay, it's loaded up. Morning Gamer Wits. Have you tried empanada? I don't think I have.
I think you
If
did.
you like lumpia, you'll like empanada. Did I?
Yeah, I think you did one time.
I'm not sure.
Maybe we can buy more.
Okay.
Discover. Not my language. It should be called Buwan ng Tagalog.
What's that mean?
It's because buwan ng wika, and then people just like speak in Tagalog, and then the language of the Philippines is like diverse, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it shouldn't be just Tagalog. It can be Bisaya as well, or Ilocano, or
I don't know. I'm from Massachusetts. I want to go to the Philippines. You gotta come, Jay.
once this is all over.
I was hoping they open up for tourism for Christmas season. This has to end sometime. Well, we are a test bed for the Russian vaccine now, so hey, maybe they will.
Maybe when you come here, we'll be speaking Russian.
Yeah, the vaccine turns you Russian. Maybe that's what it is.
Fritz Alden. Hello, good morning. Watching from Dubai. Hello.
Good morning. I'm from Palo, Leyte. When the pandemic is over, hoping to drop by
Palo and
Tacloban.
Tacloban. Palo.
Izai was hangry at the beach. It was not hanger. It was not from hunger. We'll talk about that. When you moving, guys? Hopefully this week. And alright, guys. That's it. But before we jump out of here, we do have another segment. No fan art. We had one question submitted on Discord from Jeffrey. He said, "What happened to the SpongeBob mask? It's just being washed."
Yes.
And then for our recommendation, every episode we want to recommend something to you. This can be another channel, video, show, a book,
I like
whatever.
this one.
What, this recommendation?
Yeah.
Okay. We want a good amount of these to be other creators, but they don't all have to be.
If you have any suggestions for creators to recommend, leave it in the comments or shoot us an email at wewondervlog@yahoo.com. So for our recommendation for this week, for this podcast, is going to be
Ear biscuits.
by Rhett and Link.
I know this isn't travel related at all, but this podcast was actually, I don't know if you knew this, the first podcast I ever listened to years ago. So they got me into podcasts. I recently got back into it and have been catching up on their episodes. And I just love the show as well as the type of topics they cover. If you're into podcasts at all, I think Ear Biscuits is absolutely a must listen to. And do you agree? Okay, we're back.
All right.
Wait, really
That's-
quick before we sign off. I don't know when it disconnected. Hold on. Looks like I'm picking my nose. I wasn't. Where it froze at. Let's make sure it's back really quick. It says excellent connection, but then it doesn't load. Check the phone. Oh no, here it comes. I think. Okay, I don't know what you guys last heard before it disconnected, but our recommendation was Ear Biscuits. If you didn't hear that, check out that podcast. It was the first podcast I ever listened to. It's super good. It's by Rhett and Link. Izai agrees. They cover really interesting topics, and their cadence is just very good together. Check that out. And then we also thanked Jeffrey for the donation. And I was in the middle of thanking everybody who has stuck by us and who has donated. I said you're changing our lives one view at a time and one donation at a time. It's truly amazing. We're very excited. We're about ready to start this next chapter in our lives and in the channel as well with this move.
Hopefully.
Everything's about to get much better, hopefully. So, thank you guys so much. I would love to keep going, but the camera's dying. Dies about around 2 hours and 15 minutes, and that's about where we're at. So, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much. You rock.
And keep wondering when it's safe again.